Summon it, find it.
Hello, mate. Welcome back to What's on Draft, the number one restaurant on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and TikTok. Now,
Oh, yeah.
my name is Josh, and this is Morgan.
Hello, mate.
Make sure your top button's done up. You ask your bartender for a Coke, and you clock in, because we're going to be starting off as always with "You ever done this?" with Morgan. But first, mate, what's that piss?
We've gone all can on our audience this week.
Fucking hell.
Ladies and gents. Gone proper yobbo.
Yobbo.
That piss this week, drumroll please. We're jamming.
What is that? Is that oh mate, that looks awful. Why does it look like a fucking? It looks like a T-Mobile advert.
It's a strawberry lager.
Oh, I thought it was a cider. I was actually quite looking forward to a strawberry cider. Strawberry lager. Oh mate, that looks so bad. 4.5% as well. Fucking hell.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Mate, the
Caught my
Hop
eye on the
Foundry.
shelf and I went. I honestly nosedived at it. Come here.
We're jamming a strawberry lager. Mate,
The Hop Foundry.
I'm usually like open-minded with these sort of things, but a strawberry lager honestly sounds like it's pretty vile. But are we ready?
Time, I think. Oh,
Hang on, let me. Oh, shit! Same repeat as like, oh my god, that stinks.
I'm in. Are you in?
Yeah, I'm in. Oh, it's a bit. Okay.
Stop! It's not that bad.
Cheers.
Chef.
Oh, that's an interesting taste.
It starts off like a lager and then just turns into like a strawberry milkshake.
Oh mate, that's fucking. Oof! At this time of the morning as well. Oof.
I don't mind it.
I feel like a
For
right
everyone listening
alcoholic.
on the audio waves, We're Jamming is a strawberry 4.5% lager that's got a aqua blue can and it's covered in strawberries.
It's actually quite a cool looking can, to be honest.
It's very retro.
Yeah.
The Hop Foundry.
Hop Foundry. I've never heard of them.
I'd like to take this moment now to start a new thing that I've not told you about.
Okay.
I think we should start rating the drinks. And
okay.
we give a combined rating and then they go on a leaderboard.
Very good idea.
So if we go backwards to the Black Bart Sweet Cider.
Insert clip now.
4 out of 10.
4 out of 10 for you.
Yeah. That's generous as well.
I'm going to go... And it's going to sound like I'm just doing this deliberately. I'm going to go 5 out of 10, I am. I'm going to go right down the middle because it was very sweet.
So it's out of 20.
Yeah, well,
So
yeah,
it's
in
9
total,
out of
yeah.
20 for the
So
Black Bart.
9 out of
Now,
20 for the Black
the
Bart.
Waggle Dance.
Waggle Dance, it's up there for me. I think it's a good 8. Yeah, a good
There
8.
you go. 16 for the Waggle
16
Dance.
out of 20.
Right, and now We're Jamming.
I'm not gonna, this is the worst one so far for me.
Worse than Black Bart?
I hate this. I
No, this is
absolutely
way
hate
better.
this.
I'm going to give this a 5.
This is like a solid 3 for me. Like
God,
I actually,
sorry, We're Jamming.
I've finished all the other ones so far. This one I'm not going to finish.
This was from Aldi.
I'm not surprised.
I like Aldi.
It's just dead. It tastes like I'm having a yogurt that's just been
does, yeah.
that's just been pissed in and then just like sort of swirled around. Oh, here he is.
There it is.
Get those fellas over there.
So yeah, I think the
Yeah, we'll get a leaderboard. I mean, that's at the bottom. What's that? I give it a 3. You give it a 5. So that's an 8.
so we've got
Is it? Yeah, it is. That's
Waggle
8.
Dance is leading on 16.
It is. Well done to Waggle Dance, mate. The Eagle Brewery. Brewery.
Got pissed off it.
Yeah.
Eagle
fucking hell.
Brewery.
Yeah, the Eagle.
And then the Black Bart Sweet Cider was what, 9, and then this is 8.
That's just not good.
So
at
Waggle
all.
Dance.
Waggle Dance is way up at the top there,
See you
mate.
later.
I think I might have to put him here and then.
PSG in the French league. See you in a bit.
Yeah. Have you ever had a customer ask for a cocktail, right? But you know that they know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and you
And
shit yourself a little bit.
Even worse, especially if they're from the country it originated. Let me give you an example. I had a man from
Cuba
who asked me for a caipirinha.
Oh.
And he was like that. He was like, I gave it to him like that. Because we didn't we didn't.
You were like that?
Because we didn't. Because we didn't sell them. They're not on the menu. We just asked for it like specifically. And I've done it before for other people.
They're lovely.
But like I can always sort of get away with it because even if I do it wrong, or because obviously I don't have all the ingredients. We had that.
Is it cahacha? Yeah,
we had cahacha, but I can't remember which brand it was, but it was all right. It wasn't the best thing in the world. But we didn't have any like brown sugar cubes. We didn't have like, I wasn't like fucking fresh squeezing a lime. I was just using like lime juice and like that sort of stuff. And he wanted me to like flame the. I'm like, listen, mate. I'm not being funny, mate. It's not on the menu, but. I did kind of feel really bad. Like I
put myself. Did he say he liked it?
No, he hated it. But the worst thing was he was sat at the bar and he watched me make it. So like,
he knew it was going to be shit. Then.
I think he did, to be honest. But I mean, he was such a nice bloke, and I'm not saying that like he was horrible because he wasn't. He was just sort of like, "Can you make a caipirinha?" I was like, "I'll try my very best." I was being very honest. I was like, "I'll try my best. It won't be like it is." And he goes, "You see, because I'm from wherever it originates."
Why would you go to? Like, that's like me going to Cuba and going, have you got Wrexham Lager?
Yeah. Or like going to Spain and asking for fish and chips. It's like, what are you doing? Just like, just have something from here.
Yeah.
Then again, there's not many very nice like Welsh cocktails.
No, but that's like him coming and having, right, well, there's obviously a big like ale and beer culture here. Like, I'm going to try like an ale.
No, you're right. You are right. Yeah. No,
he just comes and just
asks
for a
bang on there, to be fair. But I mean, at the end of the day, mate, if you like caprinis, you like caprinis. But yeah, no, when he ordered it, I was just like...
Unlike yours.
Well, no, he didn't at all. But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, once I finished it, I gave it to him after just like sweating my ass off because I'm like, I can like feel his eyes on the back of my head as I'm making it.
His Cuban balls.
Turn around and he's there on the seat. He just looks at me with his Cuban gaze.
Like Che Guevara there.
Olive skin, everything was just like shape and beard.
Good looking.
Curly hair. I was like, oh my word. I was like, there you are, mate. You look like something out of a film. He was like, oh, thank you. Tries it. Look, but like, I'm like washing me mixing glass like that. I'm just like edging, like looking up at him every now and again. And then he just like takes a sip. He's like looking over here, takes a sip, and then looks at me and goes like that. He gives me this look of like,
nice, is it?
Oh, that's nice.
Juan?
That, you know what I mean? Like where they just deliberately, like they just try to make you feel nice. They're like, oh, thanks for that. And then like I'm like, do you like it? He goes, to be honest, my friend, not exactly how it's supposed to be done, but it was okay.
So he hated it.
But to be fair, I only charged him like £7 or something like that. Like it's not like, what's
£7 quite a lot for shit, lah.
No, but I mean, if he goes to Cuba, like, it's gonna be like that. Whoosh, give us fucking €38 or some shit like that. Well, then again, it'll be the opposite.
It'll
anyway,
be the opposite. Be 38 cents.
Oh,
€38, by the way, in Cuba.
Is it not euros? What is it?
Well, Cuba's nowhere near Europe.
Oh yeah. What is it in Cuba then?
Probably like pesos or something.
Yen. For no reason.
Probably is like pesos.
I don't know, what is the Cuban currency?
Pesos Mexican.
Anyway, let's drop this, shall we? But I've never really been
euros. That's just funny. That is. Just going down there. I've got €20.
I keep thinking it's in Spain.
What the fuck is that?
I keep thinking like Cuba's in Spain. I don't really know why. I think it's just because it's hot.
It's down in South America.
It sounds Spanish though.
I read a thing that it's actually illegal in Cuba to make a mojito without Havana rum. Like if someone sees you make one, because Havana have got like a, not a copyright, but like an ownership of the mojito. I think
that's like an advertisement ploy, because like there was one point where it's like you weren't allowed to make a
unless it was like an old thing.
What's it fucking called?
Like 50 years ago it was, maybe.
I don't think it. I think it's like an advertising thing. I think it was like, oh, it's like
surely they can't even.
It's illegal or whatever. But it's like, yeah, I think it's like a joke, because like there was a point where you couldn't have a Cuba Libre without it being using Bacardi. It's like that. It's like, obviously not. You can use whatever you want.
To be fair though, I did get told by like a trusted source. To be fair, it was that guy who I used to work with in. Cardiff,
yeah,
from when?
What's his name again?
Mark. Yeah.
Mark. Yeah, he's a nice dude. That cocktail he gave us was pretty peng as well.
No, this is a different guy.
Oh. I thought this was the guy that we saw in
it was Eli.
Oh, Eli.
No, I'm on about Mark. Do you remember the guy who I said worked in WEM, in that like Michelin star guy? No.
There's a Michelin star place in Wem.
No, you know what I mean. It wasn't Michelin star. It had a rosette though, I think.
Probably.
Shout out to the Drayton Gate. Not there anymore.
Big shout out to them. They're just not watching because it's not there anymore.
They're all dead.
That's the reason it's not there. It's just they're all dead.
Strawberry
sorry.
jam in there.
Fucking hell. Here we go. What's that here? That's curry.
Is that a Gucci jacket?
Gucci.
It's got a snake on it.
It has, yeah.
Just say yeah, it is. That's Gucci. That.
It is, yeah. It's Gucci. This. It's definitely not ASOS design.
£3.49.
The only thing I don't really like, is the flour. I'm just not a big...
sounded fucking awful.
I'm just like...
You can't see the flower behind your fucking fat mic. Yeah, it's shit.
It's just like... I like this. I like this
Not sure
stuff.
about this crockery down here.
There's like a small, sort of like Egyptian jug. But the... I like this. As well, down there.
On the elbow.
But... I'm just, and I love all that. It's just,
I can imagine Bono wearing that jacket.
I'm just not a big fan of the flour. I'm just not. It's not there's anything wrong with it. It just doesn't look very... I don't know. It's just like the only thing that's on it that I think it's a bit. So
2021.
No, I don't. No, I don't mean that.
Gay life.
No, I don't mean that. It's just like it's a bit feminine.
Yeah, it's a bit femme fresh.
Just a bit feminine, and I'm not I'm not in touch with my feminine side.
He definitely is.
Fuck.
Seen what he does.
Well, what do I do? I've got a quick.
Ah.
I think we'll move on to Wad's cooking in just a second, but I do have a quick story to tell you. Before you arrived today, I was setting up down here for all this sort of stuff, and if you follow me on Instagram at JoshMozzie123, you would have seen on my story something about the podcast starting today. And as I was getting all the equipment set,
I don't get to see this.
Why? Because you're not on Instagram.
I don't have Instagram.
Well, you will do eventually. You'll have to, mate. People will be all over you. They'll be like, "Oh, Morgan, wait." The star of... Anyway, so I was setting up this podcast. Kettle was brewing, and nice. Okay, yeah. I guess the sound effects would work. And I could hear Alex was having a shower, and I have to borrow his mic stand.
How dare you?
Which is the one that you're using. So I'm waiting for him, and I hear him get out of the shower, and I'm like, "Oh, sorry, I can go up in a second. He can, excuse me." And then he comes downstairs. I hear him sort of shuffling downstairs. I'm on my laptop here just waiting. I get up, I'm like, "Oh, it is." And I go, "Hello, mate," and all this sort of stuff. And then it turns out it's absolutely bollock naked. He's just walking around. He didn't realise...
cock out?
Everything, mate. Everything was out. The fellas were out swinging. I was like, "Oh, my word." Because I don't think he realised I was down here. So I was like, I just opened the door. "Hello." And I went, "Hello." And I went, "Oh." And then he just goes, "Morning." And then you just hear him like shuffling up the stairs again.
His cock just...
It's just so funny, like. It's just literally, he just went, "Oh, morning." And then just goes up the stairs again. I was like, "Oh." And they're like boiling the kettle. Like, "Ooh." Just thought I'd tell you that before we...
Such a unit as well, honestly.
Mate, just like that. But no, yeah.
Big show.
I think we... Should we get Russell on? Should we?
Yeah, let's get him on.
Let's get Russell going. Let's get Russell
on.
We'll take a short break.
Reconvene.
We'll be right back. Okay.
Over me.
I love this because we just look fucking ridiculous. Welcome back.
Welcome back to Wad's Cooking. Do
Welcome back to Wad's Cooking.
you want to tell everyone what Wad's Cooking is?
So, Wad's Cooking.
Insert clapping track there.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah, so Wad's Cooking. The aim of the game is to create the most ridiculous loaded fries. What we do is we take 3 ingredients and then we combine them in some sort of pan using our friend Russell over here.
Yeah,
who I'll just...
pot this week.
We'll just get going, I think.
Hey, Russ. Just turn him on.
Yeah, so here's Russell Hobb. And he's gonna cook it for us. The idea is that I get the base ingredient, i.e. the meat or cheese or vegetable that we're going to be using for the main topping of the loaded fries.
So far, we've had off you salmon. And
last week was
Turkey Twizzlers.
Turkey Twizzlers. That wasn't good. I really don't want another repeat of last week. And then Morgan brings the seasoning. whether that's a herb or some sort of like a powder or something like that, or marinade, and then brings some sort of sauce to make it sort of...
And to talk about that, so the first week I brought whiskey mustard and medium curry powder with the salmon, which was...
Really good. Really good, yeah.
And then last week, to go with the turkey twizzlers, I brought mint sauce, not too bad, cocoa powder.
Honestly, the worst thing for me was the mint sauce.
It was the cocoa powder for me.
Absolutely vile. It was just undescribable, horrendous flavour. It was like vinegar on top of things.
Today's going to be pretty horrendous as well.
I forgot that we're going. Right.
Just burning the
I'm
spoon.
going to move forward a bit. Get ready.
Okay. Have you got oil? Do you need oil?
I don't really need oil. That's the first.
Oh, so I'm guessing whatever Josh has brought, he hasn't given me any clues, but from what he said, I think it's going to be in a sauce of some sort.
Maybe. Shall we?
Let's go. Let's see what you've got.
So mine.
Look at this in the wine.
In light of last
Merlot. There you go. Cheers.
In light of last week, this is from the Spa 24-hour garage on Mile End Roundabout, and it's just their best, and it's definitely been in their fridge for at least 4 months. It's here we go, a potato and meat pie. A whole Clayton Park, 2 for £22.20, potato and meat pie. Doesn't specify which meat, it's just meat. Potato and meat pie. There it is. Oh, I just thought it was perfect.
Is it homemade?
It's... I'm sure it is at some point. It's been in the fridge for God knows how long. Oh, it's wet. It's very wet.
Condensate.
Oh, it's very wet. Oh, it stinks as well. So...
What? How are you going to do that? You're going to break it up?
That's what I don't know. That's why I've got the pot instead of the pan.
What are you just going to do? Just go...
For the viewers with a keen eye, I've replaced the frying pan with a pot because this... Oh my God, it's deep. Look at that thing.
Wow.
There he is, ladies and gents.
The potato and meat pie. Just drop him.
Yeah, there it is. So the meat and potato pie, the pan's starting to go. I'll just hold him.
What have you had in there?
Nothing. That's the pilar. It just stinks. It is. I'm just gonna hold him there while you unveil your ingredients.
So my first thing.
Which one? Whoa! Which one are you bringing out first? Is it the seasoning or the sauce?
My first thing. This is what I'm gonna say. My first thing. I want to douse the chips in beforehand and sort of toss them.
Well, funny thing you say that, and that's worked quite well because I was actually going to put the chips in there with the pie and get everything going.
I think you should break the pie up.
I will break the pie up because I'm assuming there's going to be gravy in here. So I'm thinking it's just we're going to get everything in one big stodgy mess. But I'll hold him there.
The first thing I brought then, and we're using a lot of this, and it's strong.
Oh no!
Vanilla extract.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh, that's the worst thing. Wow, this is gonna be difficult. It's gonna be another really difficult one. Yeah, vanilla extract. Honestly, you don't even need to use that much. Oh my word, that's sweet.
Use half
that's
of
not that's not vanilla syrup. That's,
and then the last
that's
thing
vanilla extract.
Is a topping. No.
Okay.
Just to
go with our...
It's red hot sauce. Buffalo sauce. It's
I'm such a shame that we've got to put the vanilla in, to be honest. How nice would it be? Chips, pie, and some sauce.
I just thought
pie and chips.
It's a classic combo. This. But,
always is a classic combo with you in it.
You just spoilt it by bringing a pie.
Oh, I have. Yeah, vanilla extract and red hot sauce. Right, well, the pan's going. I say, should we get the chips in or
another one? They're fucking lovely. These.
No, I say we just make some sort of mess out of this and just dump it on top.
No, I think we incorporate. I do because they're going cold as well. I want them to be hot.
You want what? You think you're gonna eat it? Yeah. Right. Let's get this mic down here.
Vanilla extract.
Might have to just hug the mic. Here we go. We're gonna break this open. Oh,
good sound.
It's a bit rough.
Can't wait for you to burn all that pastry.
Well, the pastry's floppy. It's also soggy.
There's no gravy in there.
I might just keep that.
Can't believe you were just expecting. Can I have a bit?
Keep him here.
Is it ready to eat?
Yeah. It's from the Spa garage. Of course, it's ready to eat.
God. I'm just gonna bite it, lad.
Oh my God, this is. Oh my God, this is going, man. This is going. Oh my word! I'm gonna ruin me pan here. Look at that, stick into it. Look at that.
The pie's lovely.
Is it?
Break it up, la. Hit it. Break it up. We're getting these involved.
We're going to have to, like. Oh my God, I've ruined this pan. This pan is gone. Go on, get him in, quickly. We're going to have to get some sauce in there as well. Oh, mate, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? This is just embarrassing.
Ready?
Whoa! That's an awful lot of vanilla. That's an awful lot of vanilla extract. Oh, some of the fries are gone as well. Oh, this is unbelievable. Oh. Man down. Getting the sauce in as well. Oh, mate, this is going to be absolutely tragic. Whoa, my shit! For anybody that's just listening, Morgan's probably just put about 125 mil of this red hot sauce in there.
Oh, now it's coming into a nice like bolognese consistency.
Yeah, look at that. Oh my word! Ah, there it is. There it is.
A nice topping of this now, I think, as well.
Heat's off. We're just gonna let him simmer. Not even sit back and give him a good stir.
Hold on a minute. Trying to extract.
Honestly, I can smell the heat. You do not need any more of that.
It's going on the top, lad. You not
Hey, Russell's disagreeing with us here.
Russell. Oh. Get rid of you as quick as we got you, pal.
Oh, mate.
Oh my God, lad.
Can you smell it? Or is it hot? Is it really hot?
Yeah.
I'm not good with heat. Oh, mate.
I'm not good with fucking turkey Twizzlers, lad, but you brought them last week, you cunt.
Yeah, just wait till next week. I've got dog food. Right. Oh my God, it stinks. It's just such a strong spice smell. Oh, look at that. Honestly, it looks
Just
like
to
someone's...
reiterate what you couldn't see and what obviously the people who are listening can't see. There was chips coming out individually then, and then all of a sudden it just went...
Yeah, just this big blob
this big blob of it.
And there... Oh, God. Honestly, it's catching me throat already. And there it is. A big clump of chips pie. Potato and meat pie. Doesn't know which meat, but just potato and meat pie.
The pie, by the way.
And then... oh, yeah, I wanted to try some. That's why I left it there. Oh, great. Just the pastry. Brilliant.
There's meat in there and potato.
Oh, the pie's mint.
Where's me fork?
And there it is.
The heat coming off that.
I'm just gonna... I think... I'm just gonna leave him up there for now. Let him cool down, because that's...
Warm boy.
It's gonna be fucking hot,
mate,
that is.
Prep yourself with a bit of shit.
Oh, yeah.
We're jamming.
What are we doing, lad? Look at it. Look at the state of us here. It's just absolute
the
white,
hats as well.
just absolute white trash, isn't it? You know, just here like waiting for our meat and potato pie with fucking fries and hot sauce to cool down so we can eat it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna grab. There is some meat on there already. I'm gonna grab a second fry. This is mushy. This is, mate, very mushy.
It's quite remnants of sick.
Yeah, it's. To be honest, there's not much meat to find. There never is in a meat and potato pie, is there? They always just pack it with potato. Yeah, not from the Spa 24-hour garage.
Come here. I'll have a bit.
Right, here we go. I'm just going to give it a smell.
Is that enough?
It smells like vinegar, mate. It's burning me nose.
If you can see here, I've got this sort of little...
Should we do a cheers? We did a cheers last week.
I've got this little...
Whoa!
This little chip here. Look at him. He's like clinging on the top.
We'll give it a little cheers. We did a little dink last week.
The forks, though.
Cheers.
Right,
here we go. You ready? Ooh, the vanillas in there. And the hot sauce. Oh, and the spice has just come in. My God, it never ends. So like an initial taste of, not offensive, initial taste of...
Saying this all day yesterday.
Initial taste of
That's not the worst thing I've ever eaten.
Good texture, good warmth. The vanilla is a good hit straight away. It's like, a bit of sweetness in there randomly. But it's kind of mixed with the tomato, so it's like sweet tomato, which is not bad. People put sugar in their bolognese. Would you go back
for another?
No.
I think I would.
People put sugar in their bolognese. So like that's kind of the vibe I'm getting off that. And then just all of a sudden just heat. But you are right about the whole taste thing. It's just a taste of heat rather than an actual spice. You know what I mean? You're going to go in. I'll go in with you. If you're going to go in, fuck me, mate. That's a big one, that.
Get a bigger.
You hungry, are you, or what?
Yeah. Oh.
You got a bit of potato. Oh, there we go. I found some ham. Or, actually, to be honest, I found some unknown meat, because it doesn't actually specify what it is.
Mate, come on. It's going to go here.
Right, here we go.
Go.
Oh. That mouthful was considerably worse. I don't know what happened. Oh, I think we got lucky with the first one. Oh. Honestly, I'm going to wash it down with strawberry lager because it's
the second one was yeah. I wish I hadn't had the second one.
I feel itchy. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm allergic.
No, I am glad we had the second one because I think it's given us a well-rounded opinion of it. I think we may have prematurely given it too higher a rating after the first one.
I could see it in your eyes. You were like, actually, not too bad.
Do you know what
to be
it
honest,
is?
I
unfortunately,
agreed.
It's the vanilla that does ruin it.
Well, to be honest,
I get the vanilla instantly. I do. It's the first thing I get.
It's that's the thing. It's in the nose and it's in the very initial taste, like the first couple of taste buds in your tongue's like, woo! And then after that, it's like, oh shit, what's this? And it's and it's like,
imagine you go to Liar Liar later and we've got the first thing on the menu. We've got a vanilla meat pie.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Buffalo sauce.
Vanilla, potato, and meat pie covered in buffalo sauce, served on fries like that. Wow! But
we won't have that. We've already had it this morning.
Yeah, we actually cooked that earlier today. But no, I think I described the taste pretty well earlier. Initial taste of vanilla, which kind of mixes with the tomato, which isn't too bad because sweet tomatoes kind of exist. And then you can't taste the meat or the potato because you never can with meat and potato pies anyway, especially if they're just from a fucking garage. It just tastes like mush. And then the fries are okay. Added a nice sort of like strong texture, like a good structure for the dish. And then just spice, but not that offensive. Now then, Morgan, what would you rate it? Out of 10. With a combined total of 20 once I rate it as well. Oh, God, it's on the back of my throat.
5.5.
That's quite high,
I was about to say 6, but I thought...
It's not quite that good, is it?
But I think it's better than a 5. 5.5.
Well, you see, now that you've said... I was going to go 4, to be fair. I was going to go 4. I think that's like a nice thing. It's like when you get like a C in GCSE. You're like, you're happy but because you passed, but you're also like, I could have done better. You know what I mean? I feel like a 4's like,
go on,
meh.
Then. Go 4 then.
I think I will. I think we'll go 4. So it's 9.5 out of 20. Not too bad. Not exactly average. Not bang in the middle, but not far off. My pan,
on the other hand,
has been ruined. Look at that. Absolutely gone.
It's
that
like
is
Nagasaki.
I'm gonna have to get the old scourer in there to get rid of all that shit.
Written off, that is.
It's terrible, isn't it? Thanks so much. We're going to take a short break to get everything back together. That was.
I don't know why you say that because it's not going to be edited like a break.
No, I know, but we're just going to take a small break. Literally so small that we'll be back now. So welcome back. We had a short technical break just to get the cameras back. And we're going to kick off, let me just get the message up, with our mystery question. And this week, it's from me dad.
Big Steve.
It's from Stevie.
I love Steve. I've only met him twice.
Maybe.
And he's dead cool.
So
dead wacky, isn't he, your dad?
Mate, he's a legend.
He just is a legend, yeah.
He's worked in the, I think the best thing is he's worked in the trade. He's ran multiple pubs before. So, like, he's always got stories to tell. We'll probably get him on the phone at one point. Probably all they'd be able to hear.
I think he'd be up for it, wouldn't he?
Oh, 100% be up for it. I can tell. I can see it in his eyes. He's like, get me on podcast. He hasn't told me, but he's like, the look. Just like, yeah, get me on podcast.
Just a quick one before we go. If my hair looks stupid...
It doesn't, like. It's fine.
It's his fault. That hat.
It's fine. So... Here we go. I haven't actually read this yet, so this is going to be... He's put a story. It's not just a question. He's got his own story with it. He's gone above and beyond.
What else, Steve?
Other than... Here we go. So this is it. This is the mystery question from Steve. Other than no tip at all, what's the worst tip you've ever got?
Settle in for this.
So, other than no tip, what's the worst tip you've ever had? So, and he goes, I remember when I had a transit van back in Blackburn, a friend of mine's son needed to get his gear and stuff from Blackburn to York University. I said, sure, no worries. Oh my God, he's actually written this like an actual story.
In inverted commas?
Yeah, I said, sure, no worries. 3/4 of the way there. 3/4 of the way there. That's classic from Dad, that is. Not halfway. He's dead specific. 3/4 of the way there.
2/3 and a bit.
Yeah. Just past. Anyway, 3/4 of the way there, we're stopped at a cafe, McDonald's and the like. Were very few and far in between those days, but greasy calves were all over the place, especially on most of the larger A roads. So we sit down, we order a lunch. Can't remember what it was, but it's not important. And 2 coffees. He says, I get that.
I'll get that.
No, hang on. He says, I get that. I said, great. Oh, he said, I get that. He's like that. So the guy says, the son that he's giving the lift
I'll
to,
get this.
he's like, I'll get that. And Dad said, oh, yeah, great, thanks, thinking he meant my lunch and coffee. No, when the bill came, he paid for his meal, his coffee, and my coffee.
Oh, so he must have been like, I'll get that.
And it's just, he must have just pointed to just nothing but the coffee, yeah. His dad, my friend, in brackets, had paid for the petrol to get there, but not to get back, which I only found out at the end of the journey, when his son gave me an envelope and said, my dad asked me to give you this. I said, thank you, and drove away. I got back about halfway and thought, I'll stop and have a pee break and a coffee. Not at the same cafe as before. I don't know why that's in there, but he's put that. Another classic from Dad, that is.
It's not like how specific it is,
Yeah,
Steve.
yeah.
Honestly, I'm there.
He's really gone for
I'm
it,
in
yeah.
Blackburn now, on an A road. I've just come out of a greasy spoon. I'm having a piss.
Yeah, I'm having a piss after his son's just given him an envelope.
Not in the same restaurant.
Yeah, which he doesn't know what's in it yet.
And
he's only had 1 coffee paid for him.
And I'm having a wee, but it's not in the same.
Not in the same cafe as before.
3/4 of the journey.
And opened the envelope. That's when I saw the amount of cash. Oh my God. £7 to get from Blackburn to York. My fucking word, the cheek of it. This is 1979. Petrol was 77p a gallon, which, to be fair, is obviously a lot cheaper.
What is
but
it now?
still,
Like £1?
Yeah, it's like £1.30 now. But even so, £7 to get from Blackburn to York.
Should be
fucking
at least
on the
50,
cheek. He'd worked out that would give enough change to get a couple of pints in at the end. Wow. Needless to say, both him and his son were no longer on my Christmas card list. Literally, like father, like son. Well, thanks for that, Steve. What a riveting story about petrol.
The cost of petrol.
What a twat. I mean, that's just like, to be honest with you, though, and you think that I do this, that sounds like something I do. Do you remember when we were at the Telford Arms or whatever it's fucking called? The Telford's
Warehouse.
Telford's Warehouse. And I didn't mean to do this. I was just on autopilot because like these two had a meal and I'd like join late or whatever.
You ate though?
Did I?
Yeah.
Was that the same time?
Because we had nachos.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
That were.
But like what we'd done was like, you had to like
we'd
pay.
Had one beer without
you had to like pay as you went. So all the way through, we were like, yeah, split the bill, blah blah, because we were having like separate meals and stuff. Oh mate, I'm so embarrassed.
Something happens when Josh is there. Me and Lloyd are always like, yeah, fuck it, I'll get it. Just get us a few beers.
I've literally ordered.
Josh is always like doing like long division.
Yeah, like I've literally ordered like a pint of Coke. Morgan's ordered like, I don't think you actually ordered. No, you would ordered like
driving.
No, you would order like a tonic, and then like Lloyd had ordered like another pint of Coke or whatever.
No, it was that way. Yeah, Lloyd was on the tonic.
Yeah, or something like that, and it arrived. And because I was on, and it was only because I was on autopilot, I would obviously just pay for all of it. I just went, yeah, can we split the bill, please? It was literally like £2 a piece. It was like £7 the whole thing. And she looked at me. I was like, yeah, can we split the bill? And she was like that. She was like,
I just went, sorry.
Yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm really sorry. I should have just paid for all of it. But the funny thing is, you let me do it. You let me do the split bill.
Because I didn't want to like start a kick up a fuss.
Well, you did though. You were like that. You were like, sorry, just splitting bills. And then I went, oh yeah, fucking hell, I should have just paid for it all.
I just didn't want to kick up a fuss and be like, you're a tight ass prick. And just like push you into the canal.
Honestly. But yeah, no, to be fair, with this whole story about the fucking is £7, the exact change you would need to get yourself there and back. Just there and then some pints in York while you're there and then back.
No, the story I was going to tell was, well, I've got another mystery question, which is actually from a mystery person. It was from someone in work.
Oh.
I don't know who they were. So whoever wrote this, then they said, "What's the most catastrophic thing that's happened in the workplace for you?" It must be, unfortunately, where we are now.
I've got one and this is a hell of a story. In fact, yeah, this is a big story.
Come on.
It's. Do you want me to go?
Right. Let's go for it.
So. This is actually, I don't think I've ever told you this, which is I'm actually quite buzzing to tell you because you're like, yeah, this is a mint story, and I actually forgot this even happened.
It's not when you walked in on those fellas shagging.
No, it's not. No.
That's pretty catastrophic, though.
Yeah, I don't think I even put that in the last one, but anyway. So this is an old place that I used to work at, and there was it was very busy, very very busy. Like I was on the main bar, so it was.
Where is this?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I was working there, and I was on the main bar, and it was packed. There was people like you could barely even get to the toilets, like you just couldn't move
up the stairs.
And one of my at the time, he wasn't really a mate, but like I was behind the bar, and then one of the guys that came in, he wasn't really like a mate, but he was like a friend of a friend. So he was just like somebody I knew, and he was like, "You right, Josh?" I'm like, "Oh, you right, mate?" Blah blah blah. One of them, and he's just like he's just chatting to me, and then I can see him like looking to his left all the time, and but glaring at people, like glaring at somebody like this, like doing this, and I was trying to suss out what was going on, and then there was a guy on the left, like very far left hand side of the bar, and he was like known for just being a twat in
work there.
No, he was a guest, but every time he came in
the area,
everyone just just sort of tensed up because everyone, here we fucking go, like something's going to happen. Like for example, we
bar him.
Well, we did, lad, but he just keep coming back in, and this is the kicker, because the owner of the pub knew him and like drank with him and stuff like that.
Was the owner
that
of
was
the
it.
pub a twat as well?
No, actually, very nice people. To be fair, they all were. But but for some reason they didn't hang around with him, but they knew him, and they were like, "Oh, it's only." We'll call him Johnny for the sake of the story. He was like, "Oh, it's only Johnny." Me like he's
harmless.
He's just big and he's a bit thick. And he's like, right, but like we used to have like this orange machine, and he used to like pick up the oranges and just start throwing them like around the whole restaurant. You're like, what are you doing, lad? People are trying to eat. He's like, whoa, he's just like launch, and you're like, honestly, lad, thick as fuck, like that. Just couldn't get anything into him. But anyway, so it turns out the bloke that's the friend of the friend, he's looking at him because the other guy is like giving him the eyes. Either way, eventually they just like start shuffling towards each other, like within this like mix of not thousands, but mix of loads of people. They eventually he like approaches him while I'm still having a conversation with him. And he just taps him on the shoulder like this, and then my friend of the friend, we'll call him Matt. He looks at him, and Johnny just goes like, he's like, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And I was like, oh, I'm like, I'm getting ready. I'm like, fucking. I was like, here we fucking go. Because to be honest, because this place didn't have bouncers, it should have. This place didn't have security
well, it's like where we are now.
bouncers.
Me and you are the bouncers, aren't we?
Yeah, but like, honestly, like it was always a bit rough. So like, there was always something that happened, but we, for some reason, couldn't get it through to the management skull to get some fucking bounces in. So they never did. So because I was the tallest and the biggest, I was always the makeshift bouncer. It was either me or Liam, who was the makeshift bouncers.
Liam?
Yeah, Liam's one of the people that I live with. He also used to work at this place. But Liam wasn't in for that day, for this shift. He was off for some reason. I can't remember the reason why. But it was me. It was a colleague of mine who was vertically challenged. So he wasn't the tallest or the biggest. And then two girls. I'm not saying that girls couldn't break up a fight, but I'm just saying I was the biggest.
We know you are.
So it's just, I'm not saying I'm not sexist. It's not,
Yeah, it's because women are shit.
These girls were tiny and frail, so they weren't going to be able to do anything if it all kicked off. So I'm like, rolling my shoulder, I'm like, here we fucking go. Something's going to happen here. Because to be fair, the friend of the friend, Matt, his name's not Matt, but Matt, for the sake of the
love it a little bit, though. I do love...
Well, because I stop being a bartender and start being, like, almost like a parent, making sure shit doesn't kick off.
Yeah, and you almost forget about what you're making.
Well, no, to be fair, because at that point, everybody had drinks. Everyone was like, way. So it wasn't like 2 hours. I'm like making Amstels here and there or whatever.
Yeah.
And then like Matt's a bit of a dick as well. Like he's kind of one of those like guys that loves to sort of like aggravate it even more, a bit like you. Just like to keep pushing. And I'm thinking back, this isn't gonna be. It's not gonna end in. It's like this is gonna end in tears. Like fucking Johnny's big. Like Johnny's 6'6" and bold and massive and thick as fuck. He's like the Lenny.
I was literally about to say
like Lenny from Of Mice and Men. Just thick but massive. Yeah. That's not what I'm saying. Likes petting rabbits. He always bringing a rabbit for some reason.
Just accidentally kills a woman.
Yeah. So no, Johnny was just huge. It literally is. If you just picture Lenny, he's pretty much the exact same. And Matt, he's not short. It's not like he's got like short man syndrome. Do you know what that is?
Yeah. When people think they're
they're massive. So
no, they don't. They're self-conscious that they're little, so they have to act big.
Yeah, they have to keep picking fights just to make themselves feel good. But yeah, so Matt's not small though. He's like, I'd say like just bang on 6 foot. Like he's just like tall-ish, like just like good size. But he's a bit of a dick. He kind of has like a bit of a short man attitude where it's like, you know, he's like
Dom.
He's like what? He's like that. What you doing or whatever? And then Johnny calls him Four Eyes, which is honestly he's thick. So even that was just funny to me. I was like, oh my god, the only thing that he can think of saying is Four Eyes because he's got like glasses on that like me. And his girlfriend's there.
What, Johnny's or Matt's?
Matt's girlfriend's there, who's very beautiful. She's there, she's a bit loud as well. She's a bit of a loud mouth. Bit of a like, whoa, what's going on? Stop! Bit like that all the time. Like, oh, fucking hell. Just always has to make it worse. Then here we go. This is the
Essex wag.
This is the piece de la résistance. Is Matt... Johnny throws his drink at Matt, and the glass smashes. But because it's dead compact, there's loads of people everywhere. Soon as that glass smashes, screams, loads of them, just everyone's just like panicking all over the place. There's people moving around. There's fights going on that never even happened. Like there's just people brawling just for no reason. Like little ones, people are pushing past. What's going on? All the fucking dickheads that want to impress all their wives and shit, all coming. All the roid heads. What's fucking going on? So like all this sort of shit. But Johnny, he's with his he's with about 3 of his mates, and then Matt's with. I'm actually kind of getting used to the names because, to be honest with you, I actually can't remember what either of their names are. So Matt's with like his like tiny group of mates is the key point I'm trying to get across here. Really small group of mates.
Like 3 of them.
There wasn't many of them. 3 or 4. So a little fight goes on. There's pushing going on, and then eventually,
I'm well into this.
And then eventually, it all kicks off. There's a full-on brawl, and I mean, there's just fucking punches getting thrown all the time. I'm asking everybody to step back. I'm a bit like, because I'm the bouncer in that sense. I look at I almost said his name. I look at Timmy, and he looks at me, and he just goes, "Well, I'm not going in there." No. It's like, I'm not getting in there. I was like, right, fine, fucking hell. So, like, I, like, move around. I'm like, fuck it. I'm like, everyone's like, move out the way. I'm, like, pulling Matt off. I'm like, fuck off. Matt, by the way, oh, mate, this isn't... It just gets worse. Matt's, like, glasses like this. And he's like,
Harry Potter.
And he's, like, his lips cut. He's, like, been, like, hit in the face. Johnny's like on the floor because I don't know how, but Matt managed to get him Matt managed to get over him. So, which is quite surprising because Johnny's a big dude. But like, Johnny's pushing. Johnny's mates are trying to get on Matt, and Matt's mates trying to get on Johnny. I'm like, fuck off, everybody, fuck off. So like, it all moves outside. I'm like, fuck off outside. It's like, if you're gonna do this, fuck off outside. That was like it wasn't the court. This is like the front like door. And my sort of like rule is, because I'm not a bouncer, it's not my job, I shouldn't be doing it. My kind of rule is, if you want to fight, fuck off outside. Yeah. Don't do it on my property, because then it's not me. You know, it's like, then it's just a fight.
Kill each other if you want.
So I was literally just like, fuck off both of you, because like, again, Matt was like a friend of a friend, so I'm not really that arsed. I am, because obviously like, I know him and he's a good bloke, he's funny, and he was also a bartender, so we had like a little bit of in common. But I was like, fuck off.
Was it me? This is a different life.
It was like, if I would just sort of like push him, I was like, you know, mate, if you're going to fight over there, fuck off. Kind of regretted doing that because Johnny almost killed him, and I'm not joking. Almost killed him. He had his fuck me. He had Matt's head against the curb, and he was just kicking him like his head into the fucking wall. this one of the scariest things like I've ever seen. Like that was like the first fight I've ever seen where like I think Johnny actually wanted him dead. All over, I don't even know, like a couple of looks that were happening, but they're all drunk. But I can see Matt's head bouncing off the wall. So I'm like, at this point, like there's like mates all around. You can just see fucking Matt's head just getting bounced off the wall. So like eventually, like the mates, I don't pull them apart, and it sounds like I'm being a pussy here, but at the same time, while all this,
I probably would get involved, but I'd be apprehensive too.
But while all this is going on, I've got to calm down everyone else at the same time. The bartenders just stood there watching me do it all, which was mint. By the way,
the police.
Well, I did but I don't have to, because that's what I mean. They didn't. They just stood there and watched.
That should have been their
Should have been
job.
there straight away on the blower. But anyway, the kicker to all this, the owner was in, and he was just watching me do it all. He didn't get involved. He just watched me do it all.
He knew Johnny,
and he knew, and everything like that. He just stood there because he was a bit. I don't know. I can't even best describe him. Wet. He wasn't like a manager, because he isn't. He's the owner. You know, he's not a manager. He doesn't have to be. He's just there for the money. But like he was just sort of like sitting there. I didn't realise this until after all of it, because there's still more to go. After all this ended, he then came up to me and I was like, "What? You were in?" I was like, "Why didn't you fucking stop it?" Anyway.
Is that what you said to him?
No, well, I didn't, but in a polite way I did. I asked him for a fucking raise, though. Big one. But anyway, he
did he give you one?
Hang on. So the fight's going on, and then Matt's mates and Johnny's mates are like pulling them apart, because it's got so far now that even the mates aren't angry anymore. They're just worried that Johnny's going to kill him, because it is like Lenny in a way. I just keep coming back to Mice and Men, because it is like, if he wanted to, Johnny would have killed him 100%. It would have just been brains on the wall, because he just kept going, and like it was just like
kicking him,
kicking his head into the wall and just bouncing off the wall. So like he's just.
Well, I can't. What position's Matt in?
He's on the floor. Yeah. So Johnny is just full on like Ronaldo striking his head into the wall. Yeah. So like he's on like Matt's on his belly, like and he's like that against the wall, and like his head's here and the wall's there, and he's just getting that, like he's just getting.
Well, he's
hit.
Like stomping it.
Not stop. It wasn't a stomp. He was like
lacing.
He was just fucking. Yeah. He was just kicking him into this wall.
Oh my God.
So I pull.
This man. I hope he's in jail now, Johnny.
Matt's. It probably is, to be honest. I haven't seen him around town for ages. But Matt, his mates get Matt to pull up. And like Matt's like this, he's somehow still conscious. I've no idea how.
Must be quite hard,
but his eye is fucked. His eye is just got blood all over his eyes. I don't even, like, at the time I was like, is it even in there? Like I thought he'd lost an eyeball, but like his eyes like all swollen up and closed. There's like a huge split across his face here, like it's just blood pissing out, like as if it's been a fresh wound. And he's like crying and going, I don't even know what's going on. Like he's just like starts shouting like, what's even this for? Like, what the fuck is this? So he's just like dead pissed off. Somehow I don't even know. Like he's got some fucking, like he had some like fair dues to him. Now that I think about it, like he was just alive still. I don't know how. His girlfriend now threatening to sue me, threatening to sue the fucking the establishment. Fucking get the police involved, just all suing, really, just sort of like, you're in trouble. Get some
money out of my boyfriend being like nearly dead.
But
we
it's
need
like
money.
I'm like, listen, like I don't understand what you wanted me to do. A fight broke out between your boyfriend and this man. How is that anything to do with us? It's not like we gave you like kill juice, like, oh yeah, fight. It's not like it's a fucking illegal. It's not like a dog fight. Everyone's betting on who's going to win. Like it's not like she had no grounds to stand on, but she was like that. And I'll gloss over that, because to be honest with you, that was about 20 minutes of just me back and forth arguing with this woman. I was like, right, whatever. And even Matt was like, fucking shut up. He was just sort of like, it's got nothing to do with Josh. I was like, thanks. So. Yeah, I think so. But yeah, either way, he had his. So I got onto Hannah. Name slipped out there, Hannah. She went to go grab some like bandages and first aid kit. She went to go grab that. I'm trying my best to clean up Matt's room. Oh, before that's even happened, everything gets pulled, like the two of them get pulled apart. And this is the main thing I remember, the vivid memory I had had my hand on Johnny's chest and then my other hand on Matt's arm. So like Matt's shoulder. So that gives you an idea of how big Johnny is, because I'm 6'2", and my hand was at head height and it was still on only Johnny's chest. Like his head's up there. and then I've got my other hand on like Matt's shoulder, and I look at Johnny in the eyes, because you have to, like, at that point I was like, if this man's not looking in my eyes, he's not listening to me.
Yeah.
So I just go, look at, like, dead loud. I'm like, look at me, and then he looks at me eventually. I went, you through there and you through there, because there was a connecting door into like another place. So I was like, you through there and you through there, and then like Johnny's mates were like, yeah, come this way or whatever. So like Johnny's like still trying to push on me, and I'm like, fuck off, and eventually I just push him, and then like Johnny's mates are like, yeah, fucking come through here. So they go out that door, and they go out like, there's like
to Johnny's mates, really.
There's like,
they could have.
Well, they were all fucking idiots as well, to be honest. But but yeah, at least they were. I think they were like less drunk.
A bit.
But they were still like, one of them was still kicking off at Matt, and you're like, mate, you don't even know what's been going on, because no one does. A fight just happened for no reason. But Johnny and his mates, they're all outside the front door of the main building, and then like Matt's outside the side door where he just had his head kicked in. So that's when I had the conversation with the girl about her suing us and all this sort of shit. And then Matt's like just like crying his eyes out, as you would, because you've just been fucking leathered by this huge unit.
Have months now of your face just looking like
and you might
sausage.
Possibly have a fucking scar and that sort of stuff. Oh my god, mate, his black eye was awful. But anyway, so then Hannah's like bandaging him up as best he can. But to be honest, he was like, he just wanted to go home. He was like just walking down the street, and like I'd left the whole establishment. I was like, I'll leave Timmy and whatever to sort of just like carry on, not close up, but just like calm everybody down and whatever. I'm not getting involved. Last thing I was thinking about was the establishment. I was just thinking that these two just need to stop fighting. Police had been called. I think I ran into the reception at one point and just said, ring the ambulance and the police now. There's a huge fight going on. At one point, I keep missing shit. There was a like a full-on actual brawl happening. And I know brawl's like a word that's used a lot, but a brawl's like 8 people. Yeah. There's like a little room next to some windows, and it was like all of Matt's mates and all of Johnny's mates were just in a brawl. There was like 8 of them just on top of each other, just leathering each other for no reason. They were just there. But that was happening. That's when I ran the police. That's when I was like, right. I was like,
get out of hand now.
But that was like while he was getting his head kicked in. It was all happening at once. It was just fucking impossible for me to handle. Absolutely ridiculous. So when this woman came up to me and was like, we're going to sue you, I was like, fuck it. I was like, what do you want me to do? But anyway, Hannah's like shitting herself, bless her. Everyone was petrified. Screams all the way through this as well. Just from everybody. Police arrive. One policewoman arrived. One. I was like, with the best will in the world, I was like, I'm sorry, why haven't you brought like a fucking SWAT van? Like, why haven't you brought like one of those vans with a cage in the back? These two need to fuck off. Like, these need to get in there. She radio
for more.
But no, that's the thing, lad. She arrived, and it's been like 25 minutes after it's all ended. So it's just sort of like she arrived. What's happened? I was like, it doesn't fucking matter now, does it? I was like, at the end, like people could have died, and you're like, hey, like, oh, what's going on? I was like that. I was like, fucking, I may as well have said a bin man. He would have been able to do more fucking job. Anyway,
did she see Matt's face? Or had he gone?
He'd gone at that point, yeah. So like,
if she'd have seen his face, she probably would have.
He was getting cleaned up, but he sort of like refused the bandage. He was like, oh fuck off. He was like, there's no point, like, it's fucked anyway. So he walks home to his establishment, and Johnny's gone at this point. Johnny kept trying to come back in, which was annoying. It was just like, honestly, mate, just fuck off, it's over. So they leave, and mate, yeah, and then the owner comes up to me, and that's when I found out he was there. He was like, he just grabs me on the arm. He's like, thank you so much, Josh. I was like, why are you here? Like, what were you doing during that whole thing? And he was like, I was just like trying to calm everybody down. He wasn't that. He was just fucking doing nothing. But anyway, I just looked at him. I was like, I'm never doing that again. I was like, and I think I need a raise. And he goes, yeah. He was like, leave it with me. And they gave me a raise. It wasn't massive. It was literally like £2. I was like, right.
Not bad.
Yeah, but I was on £5.50 an hour at like 18. So like, I was 18 at the time as well, by the way, which is mint. 18 or 19. So still like, I shouldn't be, fucking hell. Can you imagine Ben?
We had bouncers in my old place, and it wasn't even. We had one honestly certified. The hardest man in Wrexham was our bouncer. Honestly,
yeah.
He was 6'5", and he was just stand at the door. And mate, just because he was there, nothing ever happened. Yeah, everyone just knew, like, if something happens here,
he's getting involved.
He's going to get involved.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But
we
had bouncers, but for like a special event, so like New Year's Eve, and like there was some like Brazilian nights that we did and stuff like that, and we'd have like bouncers for them just to make sure that nobody got too rowdy or whatever. But this was like a Thursday as well. I think that's why Liam wasn't there, because it was like a Thursday, and that was just one of his days off. But it just got dead busy and just fucking ridiculous. And then just this big brawl happened. I really hope that somebody watches this and they also remember, because I want to like fill in some of the details at some point, because they'll be able to tell me like, oh, do you remember when this happened? And I would have forgotten to mention it, because so much, it was like an hour and a half of all this. It just kept going, just kept building into this like something out of a fucking film. Excuse me. But yeah, long story short, absolutely fucking ridiculous. I can't even remember what the question was for the mystery. What's the most catastrophic thing I've seen? Yeah, that was it. Absolutely fucking insane.
Well, I've got nothing to top that.
I would never like. It's just like from that day forth. I think that's when I really started going downhill on the whole sort of like hospitality thing. I was just sort of like, I'm fucking sick of doing this. But it was from that day forth we started having bounces every weekend. And then nothing ever happened. And then the moment we took them off again, shit happened again. He came back in, Johnny, because like the bouncers knew that he was barred, and then Johnny would just rock up because the bouncer had been there and just start causing trouble again. It was just sort of like, it was just an impossible place to fucking work, mate. It was unbelievable.
I've got nothing to top that. Everything I've got is sort of operational.
It's kind of why I wanted to go second, because now I feel like I've kind of ruined yours a bit.
Yeah, all mine are just operational.
Yeah.
You know, just like this wasn't working, or this happened, or this happened. So yeah. I'll be honest, nothing really to top that. Well done.
Thanks. Do I win mystery question? Is that like a prize or something? Yeah, I've never told you that story, have I?
That's the prize.
I've never told you that story, have I?
I did hear a funny story though the other day. I don't know where this was. This was in Rose, but like I don't know.
Oh, okay.
And it was in a kebabi.
Right.
Don't know
all the best stories come from inside a kebabi.
It's very short, but it's very funny. So there was this guy just goes in there and he's, I don't think drunk. I think he's just getting like
just a bit rowdy.
Tea? No.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's not like that time of night.
Oh, okay.
And he goes in there, he's in the queue, and he goes, I'll take makes his order, wherever he orders, and then he goes, can I have 1 out of 4 burgers with chips, please? And the guy goes,
1 out of 4?
He goes, 1 out of... So you want 4 burgers? And he goes, no, 1 out of 4 with chips. So...
Oh, does he mean a quarter pounder?
Yeah!
He was saying 1 out of 4 because it's got like the one and then
and the guy put his head in and he goes, he means a quarter pounder.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, what an idiot. Could I get a 1 out of 4 burger? A 1 out of 4? What's that? Like, it's not very good. it's like a 1 out of 4.
We rate him out of 4. 2 out of 4, that was.
Oh my God. Fucking hell. Bless him.
Yeah.
Could I get a 1 out of 4 burger? That's fucking so stupid. Lloydie.
Oh, he's not here today. We're gonna we want you to ask us, whoever listens, what do you think Lloyd looks like if you don't know him?
Because if you don't know what Lloyd usually looks like,
he's got 3 noses. That's why he doesn't like coming on.
He also has like half a lip and like no eyelashes in his left eye.
That's why he doesn't like coming on.
No,
it's the third nose. It's the weird one. The second one to the blind eye is not too bad. It's
the third nose. It's like here. For some reason,
it's weird.
Really weird.
So he doesn't like coming on.
Yeah,
you've seen the back of his head because like, the back of his head's normal. It's just the front. God bless him.
Yeah. If you look closely on the first episode, you see the back of his head. You can actually zoom in. You can just see the nostril.
Yeah, like
just one nostril here.
His nose.
There it is.
So yeah. But one day, if enough people ask, we might reveal him. But
yeah, we need like a hype of like, what does Lloyd look like? Like a Lloyd face reveal. Yeah, that's
one
what we
day
need.
We'll sit him there.
Yeah. I'll just be ill or something. Why do I have to go? Fuck off, you go.
They want me, though.
Oh yeah.
I think generations like we're on the dole.
I think that's a good place to end, to be honest. I was going to say, do you want to give your socials out, but you don't actually have an Instagram, so there's not really much you can do.
Add me on Facebook if you want.
I wouldn't.
No, I haven't got any socials.
No.
Unfortunately, I was hacked a couple of weeks ago. And if you haven't already, I recommend having either deleting them or having a social media detox. Because
it's good.
I mean, I didn't mean to have it because social media didn't really affect me. Like it does get to a lot of people. It didn't really affect me, but I have just seen a difference in not having them, and I'm not bothered about having them. If this goes big and people want to know a bit more about me, I might get one. But and it'll just be a little discreet.
You can be the enigma for now. Yeah, you could just be like,
I mean,
oh,
I'm not
who's
an
this
enigma, and
mystery
everyone who
man?
knows me knows fucking everything about me. But you know,
Well, we'll just plug the, we've got What's on Draft on TikTok. It's what's_on_draft.
I'll post a bit more this week.
I've still got to post 3 TikToks from last week's episode. But obviously this isn't going to be out till Wednesday, and it's now Monday. So, we've still got plenty of time to do that. We will be posting more regularly. It's just been a bit of a manic week last week.
Potentially there won't be one next week, potentially, because, and I can say this now, because I'll be in Dublin.
Way!
With my girlfriend, who, just as I'm recording this, doesn't know.
Oh, right.
So we're going to Dublin, but I'll be telling her tomorrow, because obviously it was meant to be a surprise, but there's.
Do you want to say your poem?
Because she's gonna my poem.
Yeah, because she can hear it anyway when you do it.
I've read
today.
a poem. No, I'm not going to do the poem, because the amount of people go in.
Yeah, but just do the poem, mate. Do it for all the listeners.
I'm not doing the poem. I might do the poem.
I'll read the poem.
Oh!
It's fine. It actually looks pretty much where it was before.
I just kicked the camera. Josh's
I
camera.
know you did. I'm going to keep it on there, and you're going to watch me go, whoa.
But so she doesn't know it's her birthday next week, and
she doesn't know it's her birthday next week. Fucking hell.
She doesn't know we're going to Dublin, and I wasn't going to tell her until her birthday, which is the day before we're going. But because of COVID, there's tests to be done and stuff, so
yeah,
I need to tell her beforehand so we can get all this stuff done. But yeah, there won't be one next week. I don't think.
Got it.
There might be, but I think I'm on a 10 finish Monday, Tuesday.
It might be. It might just be like late. Might still be able to get it in, but it definitely won't be Wednesday, if not anything.
Yeah, well, I'm Wednesday to Sunday then.
Oh, I thought you said you were in Monday. So you're in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
No, I'm in Monday, Tuesday, 10 till finish, and then we go on the Wednesday till the Sunday.
Oh, right. Oh, well then, yeah, no, there definitely won't be then. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
That's all right.
But there's a chance, though,
Maybe I'll get somebody else on. No, I won't actually, no.
There's a chance that we may be able to do one, because I actually don't think I might be on a 9/7 on Tuesday. So I might, if you're willing to just do a late one and then post it on like Friday.
We'll figure it out. There may or may not be one. There may or may not be one next week, but we'll see. But anyway, thanks so much for watching and listening.
I feel like this week's been a bit of a slower one.
It's just been a bit chiller. I actually quite like it, to be honest with you. It's just been a bit more of a relaxed approach. We had the most ridiculous loaded fries. But, I like this week.
If you found this one a bit slower, stay tuned for the next ones, because we'll be back to our weird and wacky selves, I'm sure, in between them all.
Yeah, we will do,
yeah. Sometimes we just the brashest of us like a chilled one.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It's what's maybe you can just watch this and just before you go to bed. Just like that. Oh, yeah. Just like that.
Yeah, a bit of ASMR.
Yeah, we'll be like, and now rest your head upon that pillow and dream of the... Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. We've been What's on Draft. My name's
Josh.
This is Morgan. And it will be every Wednesday at 8 a.m, just not next week. We
might get something for you next week.
Hopefully.
We might do something short for you next week.
But we'll see you soon. So thanks very much, guys.
See ya.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.